On today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to install a set of Wet Okole seat covers for your 9th generation Honda Accord. We're going to be working on the rear seats this time. I have a video that I did already on how to do the front seat, so if you want to do those, refer back to that video. Doing the rear seat covers in your box from Wet Okole, you will have been given the seat cover bottom. You will have been shipped the back of the seat cover. You also will have 3 headrests, or headrest covers. The center console for the back seat cover, and the side bolsters. Should have one for each side of the car. Now, before you do this job, I want to warn you, or actually not warn you, but just tell you, this is different than doing the front seats. You're going to have to remove the back seat. You really can't do it without removing it. Now, removing the back seat is not hard to do. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, and if you do it exactly the way I'm showing you in the steps I'm showing you to do it in, you won't have any problem. As you can have seen previously, there's a good many pieces to doing the back seat, but I think that in the end it's going to be well worth it. So just follow along, watch the video all the way through, and then you decide whether you want to do this job or not. Out of a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this job a 3. So let me show you how to get the back seat removed. Alright, so this is the 9th gen Honda Accord rear seat, and we're going to be removing the back. We'll be removing the actual seat portion. Now, contrary to what some people think, it is not necessary to remove these seat belts, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So the very first thing you want to do is open your trunk and pull the seat back release lever. Once you do that, just fold the seat back just like that. Now, you're going to see 2 clips, one there and one there. We're going to pop these clips up, and then there's a Velcro portion that's here, and same on the other side. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to pop these clips out next. Okay, I've got a plastic pry tool here, and I've got it set right where I want it, underneath the clip, and I'm just going to pop it up, and the clip comes out just like that. You may or may not have the rear tray on your car, and I'm going to do the same for the other side. Just like that. Now what you'll have is you can lift this portion up, and then you'll be able to lift the flap of the seat back. Now once you have the flap of the seat back, we're going to remove the bolt here and the bolt there and remove the seat. Alright, after you've removed the flap, just fold it up like this. Expose the bolt. There's one there, and there's one there. That's a 12 millimeter. I'm going to loosen this one and that one. Then I will take the seat belt itself and just slide it through the clip here. Okay. Now that that's out of the clip, these 2 bolts come off and the seat will slide right out. And I'm going to need 2 hands to do this. As normal, I don't have somebody to help me, but I'm just going to slide the seat out and take the seat belt and just move it over so I can take the whole seat itself out. Alright, the seat back is out. And these are the brackets it was sitting on. There is a little tab here that indexes itself into the back of the seat. Okay, so to get the cushion itself out, I'm going to try to show you. There is a clip that's underneath the cushion, and I'll show you what the clip looks like after the seat's out. But you want to pull the clip out on both sides, and then the seat cushion will lift right up. Almost forgot, do not forget to remove the 10mm bolt here that holds the center of the seat cushion. And then the seat lifts right out. There's the access to the fuel tank, sending unit, and fuel pump. Okay, to remove the 2 side bolsters, remove the bolt that's here, and on that one. It's not necessary to remove the seat belt, and then this whole assembly will slide up. There are 2 clips, plastic clips on the back of the bolster. This is also a 10mm bolt. And it just slides up and out. And this is what the back of it looks like. There are 2 clips here and 2 plastic areas here. And now I'll remove the other side. And all I'm doing is pushing up and then pulling out. Okay, so I brought the seat cushion into the house so it was easier to work on and just lay a blanket down. I've got the seat cover here. This is the bottom. I've got the Wet Okole cover here, and I'm going to go ahead and undo the straps. Okay, now it's very easy to tell which side is which. So I'm just going to kind of lay that in position and make sure that my straps fall on the outside all the way around. Alright, so like I said, this is pretty self-explanatory. There's actually a single cutout here, a hole here for this bar. So I'm going to slip that over first. I'm going to go ahead and very gently start slipping the seat cover over. Just take your time, work it around all the edges. This is so much easier to do when you've got the seat out of the car than trying to do it with the seat in the car like in the front seats. Now make sure these 2 areas right here where the seat belts slide in, make sure that's fitting real good. Make sure it's all the way in. Alright, so after you get the cover pretty much on like that, go ahead and flip the seat cover, seat assembly over, and go ahead and start clipping the tensioners in place. Now what I like to do is make sure that they all have the same tension. This one's not as tight, so just pull it a little bit and kind of get it so that it's tensioning evenly all the way around. That'll make the finished product look a lot better. This one's still a little loose. Okay, once you get the 5 horizontal tensioners, you want to do the vertical one that goes down the middle. Now obviously that's not going to work, so just let the tension out on one end to make it a little longer. This material is very stretchable, so flip it over after you're done. Just make sure all the seams line up. Make sure everything's even. Now one of the reasons that I'm putting this on here is because I've got a big 100-pound Doberman that is going to be getting in and out of the back, so I want to make sure that this is nice and taut. Okay, once you're satisfied with the way that the cover fits, just take the excess that you have and you can either stuff it down there or you can just kind of loop it around here. Doesn't matter. However you want to do it. And there we have the seat bottom is done. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the seat back in here and show you how to install that. Okay, now on the seat back there are 3 things that we're going to be installing. We're going to be installing the cover for the back itself. We're going to be installing the cover for the flip down armrest cup holder. And we're going to be installing the 3 covers for the headrests. Now just like on my previous video, the headrest will just pop out. There's a tab right here. Okay, you just push it in and slide it out. So push it in with your thumb, slide it out, push it in, slide it out, just like that. Alright, so the way that you do the headrests, they have Velcro. Okay, just undo the Velcro, and there is I'm going to call this a sealed side and an open side. Now if you'll notice, if you'll look at the profile of the headrest itself, it kind of is a wedge shape. So if you look at your headrest, if it was filled out, it would have that same wedge shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take since this is the front, I'm going to insert the headrest in the closed or sealed side first. Like that. And then just scoot it over. It's very stretchy material, it's very easy to stretch. So once you get it to where it's pretty much where you want it, then go ahead and attach the Velcro pieces. And then just adjust the seam so that it fits right. And there you have it. Now just keep in mind that there is a metal one. The metal headrest is a little bit smaller than the other two. And you'll be able to tell the metal headrest cover is slightly smaller also. Alright, so to do the back, we'll open up the Velcro. And stand the seat up. Now I want to show you something first. This is designed to Velcro in on itself. Now if you remember, when we took this out, this was attached to the trunk where it needs to be attached. So the Velcro on this seat cover is not going to be able to come all the way around. This is the issue, I guess you could say, that as far as design, that I don't think is, very well addressed, but it is what it is. Here's the cutout for the seat belt slide. Now, on this console in the back, there's the Velcro. You want to slide the console through the seat cover. Okay, so that goes in like that. Remember, we're going to have a separate cover for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this flap that's right here, I'm going to slide it up under the console and pull it out on this side. I've got my seatbelt holder lined up here. I've got my latch right here. This is what secures the seat back when you fold it upright. So, just like I did on the other video, there's no good way to attach this. So I'm going to end up folding it over. And there's a piece of Velcro right here on the factory Honda portion that will end up going there like that. Okay, so this will eventually work itself out, but as you can see here, I have attach the Velcro. Now, I'm going to take the cover for the console itself. I'm going to lay this back down. Flip the console up. Slide it over. All I'm doing is making sure that it lines up with the actual cutout for the cups. Now, this also has to go through. So just push it through with your fingers, grab it with your other hand, slide it out. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then I guess the hardest part of doing this is trying to hold this straight. There we go. Okay. All right, next is our side bolsters. They're marked actually on here. One's got an R, that's the passenger side, and one's got an L, that's the driver's side. Please don't get them mixed up. So these have Velcro straps on. They're not the hooks like the others. And you can see that's not the one for that one, so we'll grab this one. Okay, and we can see that's the one. So I'm just going to lay this down. Just like that. Okay. So it should look just like that. Pull it tight. Okay, very nice. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the headrests back on the seat back, and then we will reassemble everything in the order we took it out, which means we're going to start with these first. Alright, I got the bolster on the driver's side, and I wanted to show you this little slot right here. Okay, that's what this fits into. So, and make sure that the seat belt is on the outside when you put this in, but I can't really do this with one hand. I'm going to try. Put the seat belt over. Okay. We're going to get it in position. Alright, so let me show you what I'm doing. There we go. Told you this was hard to do with one hand. So once it's in position, just going to press it in and it clips in, and then the hole lines right up. Okay, remember earlier I told you I'd show you the clip? This is the clip that you pull out to release the cushion from the bottom. Those clips attach onto there. Alright, I've got the seat in, I've got the two clips engaged, and I went ahead and put the bolt in. Now I'm just going to bring the seat back here, and I'm going to go ahead and rotate these around like that. That's the seat in its down position, so we can go ahead and put the bolts on. Okay, so I went ahead and bolted the seat back in, and the only thing I need to do is put the belt back in its clip. And we're done. Alright, so here's another view. Everything's in, everything looks really good, and of course it perfectly matches the front. I really like these Wet Okole seat covers. I think you, if you're looking for a pair of seat covers, really give these a look. They're a little pricey, but they fit very, very well, and they're very, very durable. And I think it, especially on the 9th generation Accords, I think that it complements the interior very well.